All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this new podcast episode. Yours truly, man, Big Steph, not Big Daddy Steph, but Big Steph. You know what I mean. But anyway, we have some new and some, I guess, heavy, old, and what can I say? It's very audacious story for you today, man. Please brace yourself, but because you are going to. Either feel bad or really laugh at it because I don't understand how this is possible in today's society, right? But it happens, it happened. And so, first of all, before I get the story of the day started, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that be supporting my podcast, man. I appreciate you. I see that we're going up hundreds of views. It's not thousand yet, but we got some work to do, man. You get better as time goes by. So I just want to take that time to say thank you to all of you guys, man. Hey, I hope you have a high energy today, man. I hope God bless you. God grants you everything that you need. Especially if you listen to podcast awareness, I guess that is black man prayer. But anyway, really, I hope that God bless you with everything you desire and need and what is best for you. So thank you again for following my podcast. Now let's go deep and heavy inside the story of the day, man, because this story made me Jesus is Lord. But anyway, like Nigerian people say, you know what I mean? Because this woman is very audacious. So let me go ahead and tell you about this story. So this is a woman writing us, right? And she has a big problem. So here's her problem. She'd been married for about, I believe it's like 14 years with her current husband. And she's a businesswoman, right? So she's always traveling out of town to go and do business in some other city. Like she buy goods and come and sell them in a big capital city because it's a little bit like in the forest. So it's hard to access there. So a lot of people don't like to go there. But when you go there and you buy goods and you bring it to the big city, it's a little bit more, you sell it and you make a bigger profit because, you went there and you bought it at a cheaper price. So that's what she's been doing as a businesswoman for the past at least 10 years. But may I remind you, like I said, she is currently married to a man that she has 6 kids with. Now she's writing out to tell us that out of the 6 kids, 4 are his and 2 are not his. And we were like, how come? She said, well, here's where her problem is. When she was doing her business in another city, she met a man. And with that man, they started living together. So she started doing business exclusively in that city, right? And in that city, so she built a relationship of 8 years with that man to a point where the whole man family, that man in that other city knew her family, like knew her as his wife, right? So as his wife. And the thing is, he passed away. That man in that other city passed away, and since the family knew her to be their brother wife, so she has to go to the ceremony, and in Africa, may I say that this story is taking place in Africa. In Africa, when your husband die, women have to go through a ritual. There's a ritual that they have to go through where they put the coffin in the middle, and the woman has to do some stuff. It's not my place here to come and say like she has to go around some, like there's some ritual things that she has to go through. Well, she said while she was there, she didn't know that man best friend is also friends with her husband that live in another city. Let's say the city is Douala, right? So her husband live in Douala, and her other husband that she been with for the past 8 years live in, I don't know, let's say Los Angeles. So when she comes to do business in Los Angeles, she's with her husband of Los Angeles. When she goes back to Africa, she's with her husband in Africa, right? So the deceased person had a friend who was also friend with her current husband that live in Africa, right? So when the best friend said to his friend, like, hey, I have my really, really close friend that passed away. I need you to come with me so we can go to to the, I guess, to the nuptial ceremony or whatever, to the bearing and things like that. So the man said, okay, let's go. You, my friend, so I will go with you. So when he get to that city, and they say only the wife should stay now in the middle so the ritual can begin. And so people have to back up so the ritual can begin. And when she, like, there's a ritual where she has to turn around the coffin and things like that, to say her goodbye. So while she was sitting in the middle as the widow of that man, now she get up and she start turning around the coffin. And when she's turning, in front of her, guess who it is? Her husband, the one from Africa, the one that she'd been with for the past 14 years. And he looked at her, and she looked at him, and she said her body went cold because she was surprised that he's in that same city. The man kept his cool. He didn't make any drama. He didn't say nothing, not even a word. The man just looked at her and let her be. So she finished the ceremony and everything. The man didn't say anything. She finished her ritual and whatever. And when it was done, she didn't even dare to go back to the city of, where that man lived. Let's say Douala, like I said. So she didn't dare to go back to Douala to meet that man, right? She just stayed there. She is writing to say what she should do because she can neither go back to her current husband after what she did and how he saw her and everything. And she's trying to find words to say that two of the kids, their father just passed away, right? Of father of the two of the kids, and she doesn't know what to do. So she's writing asking for advice or how she should go about it. So please, guys, if you heard that story, leave us a comment, right? Because that story is very heavy. Now, like this is Cultural Awareness Podcast. And when we say cultural, we talk about ceremony, we talk about ritual, we talk about I guess, way of doing things of some people. And since they are African, I have to talk about what happened is most ceremony when someone dies, right? When you leave a widow, she has to go through a ritual in front of everybody and things like that, And there are some rituals that, they cannot talk about it, but we know what the rituals are. So she went through the ritual as someone's wife, the one from 8 years, with whom she had 2 kids. And like they say in Africa, unless the DNA speak, only a woman will know who is the true father of her child or her children, right? So she knows that for sure 2 of the kids are not her husband's kids. They are the other husband, I guess the deceased one. And she wants to go home and she knows she cannot. So let me say it first on an African way. Actually, no. Let me start it in a, Occidental way by meaning, Europe, America, right? So in some culture, not in this specific culture, but in some culture, they are allowed. There's actually a culture even in Africa where people are allowed, like women are allowed to have many husbands. If she was in one of those cultures, we will understand that it's her right. She can have many husbands. It's her right. But just let the brothers know that you are having, multiple husbands. But that is not the case here. So that hypothesis is out. So now, if that hypothesis is out, let's talk about, what is next? Well, what is next is that based on what? Because when I debate on the story here, I listen first to, the people that have a better knowledge than me in terms of tradition-wise, because, hey, I'm a youngster compared to those people, So, and the elders were saying this. She should never, if she ever loved that man that she was with for the past 16 years, who believed that the 6 kids are his, she should never go back to him because it will kill him. Because why? She went through a ritual as someone's wife. If you already bury somebody, then why are you returning to your husband again if you already bury your husband. Legally, the one from 16 years, the one that she spent the past 14 years with, is her husband, legally. So she had her side piece pretty much that just deceased, was also, because she went through the ritual now, he's considered also her husband. So how do you handle that type of situation? Man, that is like, to me, this woman was very, very audacious, because I still don't know. Like, it's okay to fool around and everything, but like, you can't fool around that. Yeah, you caught, so you got killed with another man. Yeah, you cheated, but damn, you went as far as going through that ritual, knowing the consequences of what that ritual entail. Like, come on now, you cannot do that. Now, if you sleep with that man, the husband of 14 years, he will die. You put, like, this is how people kill other people without even realizing that they are killing them. Like, if she goes and sleep with him because she already went through the ritual as a widow, the man will die. And she wants to go back with him, and one thing that we have to admire, right? Like, I always, when I was growing up, right, someone always told me that when a woman catches her husband cheating, the biggest fear of that man is for his wife to stay silent. When a woman is silent, even if she's not plotting anything, it drives the man crazy, because he knows what he just did. He start going like, I don't know, like, he became like how will you say, he get paranoid. Yeah, that's what, paranoid. He get like he gets paranoid. Why? Because he doesn't know, is this woman thinking about choking me in my sleep? Like, he doesn't know where the bullet is going to come from. Like, that is the biggest thing. And let's reverse it. This is exactly what this man did to his wife. He saw her as a widow and he stayed silent. He didn't say anything. He hasn't called. He hasn't texted. He hasn't said nothing. She was thinking, because remember, when you have a fight, then that is already a solution. That's what people don't know. Like, when you already have a fight, that is one step toward the solution. But when there's no word being spoken, oh my God, like, you don't know where to put yourself. You don't know what to do. You don't, like, the proof is she's going paranoid. She's like, man, what is going on? Like, he never, like, it's been 4 months, she said. He hasn't texted, he hasn't called or anything, like, asked, how are you? Like, he just left her where she is, and he never said anything. He didn't say anything to the kids at all. So the kid, I guess, when they asked, he said, well, she's in her business. You know what I mean? So this man is like, this is ice cold, man. This man is cold. So, man, this is crazy. But as far as the advice we will give is, if you ever love that man, please leave him alone and don't ever go back there. Because if you go and get inside the door, like the ancestor told me, you are bringing death with you. Like, you just have to find another relationship, not him anymore. Find another relationship, that's fine, but not him. Because you just pretty much buried 2 people without even knowing it. Those are some of the consequences. And I'm not trying to be sexist, but they say that when it comes to that ritual, there's a reason why a man can have like 100 wives, but a woman cannot have 100 husbands. It's impossible. Because there are some things that are entailed to it. Like, I don't want to go too much on the ritual side or anything like that. But I'm just saying that if she ever loved that man, she should never go back to him. You made your choice. Wow, like, this story got me speechless, man. How can she do that to that man? 6 kids together, and he's thinking that all 6 kids are his, 4 are his, and 2 are for the deceased man. But the thing is, if she did that and like she didn't go through that ritual, not that it would be okay, but you know, people cheat. So maybe they might have some room for forgiveness. But man, the fact that you went out there and you went through that ritual, that is the biggest part of it. That ritual is deadly. And there's a time for that ritual to be done. Like, right when she did it, I believe So after you do it, in some cultures, 2 years before you can, sleep with another man. Like they call it like a cycle. Like they have a cycle for it, like a cycle of 2 to 3 years. Then she's free to do whatever she wants. But man, like this is crazy. So I don't know, but hey, what we can say is please leave that man alone. And man, to that man, you have courage, man. You stay calm and quiet. That is why they say silence is power, man. When someone is silenced, be careful because you never know what that person is thinking. That being said, that was the story of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you again for supporting my podcast. Thank you for everything you guys do for me in terms of liking it and commenting it online. And remember, we are about to go live still. I keep saying that, but because we are bringing the equipment together, and I'm a one-man financing band, so I'm paying for my own equipment and stuff like that. So please keep supporting the podcast, give it some shout out, like it and share it. And you can contact me on IG as bsteph77. Thank you. And you can also contact me on Twitter as blesssteph, bless Steph, That being said, you guys all have a great day. Peace.